What's up everyone, and welcome to another video. Lately we have been getting the question so many times, what is it really like living in Canggu? Everyone is super curious, and in this video my best friend Jill and Jill has been living here for how long?
6 months.
6 months in Canggu. I have been living here for nearly 2 years, and we are going to spill the beans on what it's really like living in Canggu. So the number one thing that we want to discuss, because we get this question many times, is it safe in Canggu? What would you say?
I would say 100% yes. I feel so safer. I feel more safe actually than in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Like I would drive a motorbike at 12 in the night and no one would bother me. But I also hear other stories, so it's really like my own opinion about this.
Yeah, we feel very safe here because the locals are super nice. They're always so helpful, and like Jill said, if you're driving your bike and it's even dark, people come to you and they're literally like, are you lost? Do you want to have help? So we feel completely safe. Also, I sometimes travel as a solo woman like everywhere, and I feel so safe because all the locals are really helpful. This is also because there's karma here on the island. That's what they believe in. So if you do good, you will get good in return. That's how it goes here, and that's how most of the people act as well. So that's why we feel super safe. The only thing that I want to tell you guys is to be very careful with your handbags on the bike. That's the only thing that I ever heard that can happen, that someone steals your handbag on the bike, or if you have your phone on your bike and you're looking for directions, people will snatch it out of your hands. And my phone got stolen when I was clubbing, which was very sad. I think the best thing is to put it under your seat, and then it should all be fine. So with that being said, it's really important to always be careful with all your belongings, because there are good people, but unfortunately there are also people that are not so good. And then, talking about going out, how's going out here in Canggu, Jill?
Amazing! It's amazing. It's so nice. Like our favorite club, you can tell them. It's our favorite club.
Our favorite club here is the Vault. We absolutely love going there. But there are so many good clubs there. It really depends on what kind of music you like. In Canggu, there are many different clubs. I would say I would recommend the Vault 100%. Then Shishi is in Seminyak, which is good. Also then you have in Seminyak
Damaria, it's nice on Wednesdays, it's a hip-hop party, but it really depends like what kind of music that you like. We also have La Brisa. Sometimes they throw parties, it's super nice, it's at the beach, so such a nice vibe. Velvet Room, we also have Green Doors. Morabito is also a beach club, it's also a very nice atmosphere there. Yeah. So there are many, really many. Also like Finn's Beach Club. Finn's Beach Club
is really nice. It just really depends on what you like. If you want to have a pre-drink, you can also go to Black Sands, which is amazing. So definitely, if you like going out, you should either stay in Canggu or in Seminyak. Yeah. Because there are so many good places here. You're definitely gonna love it. And what I also want to say, if you like going out, this is such an amazing way to meet new people as well. Because obviously, you can go to cafes and meet new people. But if you go out, it just goes super quickly.
Yeah, I make so many friends when going out. Like the most friends that I got, I met them when I went out. So.
Yeah, exactly. And that brings us to the next topic in this video, which is how are the people in Canggu? I get this many times, and the only thing that I can say is Canggu is the place where you can be 100% your true self, because literally everyone from around the world lives in Canggu. There's so many different people, different nationalities, different ages. Everyone just comes here and everyone lives their life how they want to. So you can definitely just be yourself, and there's so many like-minded people. Everyone kind of escaped their old life and they're building up a new life here, and then you need new friends. So everyone is open to meet new people, and that is why I think Canggu is one of the best places on earth to meet new people. Right?
Yes, agree. Yeah, so many people that have online businesses, they're very inspiring. So if you need inspiration, you should definitely come here.
Yeah, 100%. And then talking about business side, it's also important to talk business stuff, which brings us to the next topic, and that is visa stuff.
Yes, we like that.
Yeah, Visa, the thing that I want to say is be very careful with this, because I have been living here now for 2 years, and within these 2 years it changed so many times. So it doesn't make sense if I would explain everything right now in this video, because I can explain it now and probably within 1 or 2 months everything is changed. That's why I'm gonna put the phone number of best visa agent that I can recommend in this description, and you can just contact her and then tell them you come through Susan or to Gypsy and Sneakers, and you will get a 10% discount. And I love to offer this to you guys because she has been helping me during the pandemic, after the pandemic. She's helping you as well now. She even made my own company here in Indonesia, and everything is now going legal through her. So any question that you have, ask her, and she's more than happy to help you with all the visa stuff. So definitely check her out. And then, so one thing more about the visa situation is that what I personally have is an own PMA, which is an own company based in Indonesia. This will get you an investor kita, which is valid for 2 years, and then with that visa you can go in and out the country just like that, and you don't have to renew your visa every single month, which can be quite a hassle. That's what I have been doing before, which is not nice at all. Luckily there is now visa on arrival, but this is only valid for
2 months, I think. I'm not sure, but I think like around 2 months.
Yeah, this visa is probably only valid for 1 or 2 months. And after that, you have to fly out of the country and get in the country again to get another visa. So before you come, if you are planning on staying longer than 1 or 2 months, definitely don't do visa on arrival, because this is gonna get you a lot of headache. So before you come, check this out and make sure you are prepared well enough. Then the next important thing that you guys should know is living situation. There are so many different options where you can live in Canggu, but it simply comes down to 2 things if you ask me. You can either live in a guest house or you can rent a villa, which it really depends on what you like. If you come new to Canggu, I would 100% recommend living in a guest house. This is what both of us did, right?
Yeah.
How was your experience?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
It's also like the cheaper option. So when you first come here, maybe you don't have your online business yet, so that you can save your money. It's like around 300 euros I paid.
Yes, exactly.
So it's really not much for 1 month, and you meet new people there, because it's like, it's a sort of a hotel, but you have like a shared place where you have a kitchen and a table where you can connect with other people. Yeah, I would definitely recommend first staying in a guest house, and then later you could maybe move to a villa with some other people.
Exactly. So a villa is more long term. I would say this is where we are in right now. We are in a villa because
the new villa of Gypsy and Sneakers.
It's so nice. It's done. I'm gonna put the link in the description down below as well. So if you guys want to stay in this villa, it is newly renovated and we are so proud of it. So
it's
definitely
so amazing.
It's so nice. So definitely make sure to check it out if you are considering on staying here. With that being said, either choose a guest house or choose a villa. There are so many locations where you can stay. Both of us are based in Prerenan area, which is more on the north side of Canggu. If you go down a little bit, you come in the real Canggu area, which has Padang Lingyong as well. Most of the restaurants are there. And then if you go more south, you end up in Brawa, which is also amazing to stay. And that is also more for clubbing, and it's closer to Seminyak. It really depends on what you like. I would say if you come for long term, choose Prerenan. If you come for short term, choose Canggu or Brawa. Simple as that, right?
Is like more silent at the moment because it's so busy with all the new people coming, all the new tourists. So like in Brawa, you're always stuck.
Yeah.
So Prerenan is
you're always stuck in traffic.
Yeah, in traffic, yeah.
Which brings us to the next topic. One thing you guys should really know is if you come to Canggu, the first thing that you will need to do is learn how to drive a bike.
And rent a bike.
And rent a bike.
First learn it. Yeah.
Exactly. First learn it, then rent it. But this is simply the only way to get around in Canggu. Obviously, there's Gojek, which is an online app, and you can order a ride somewhere. This is not good for on the long term because you can't always order a bike if you want to go somewhere. It is simply so convenient to have your own bike. Roads are very small. You're always stuck with a car. With a bike, you can go through traffic, which is way better. So definitely make sure to rent the bike, make sure to learn how to drive a bike. If you don't know, I made this video here, so definitely check it out because I give all the tips on how to drive a bike. And then I would recommend, if you are more of an experienced driver, to get an NMAX. We have both.
NMAX, very bagus.
We have both an NMAX, which is like I would say one of the biggest bikes, but it's super safe, it's really nice, and we are also both quite tall, so it's better to have a bigger bike. After the NMAX comes Vario, which is a good one. I had that for I think a year, and then comes Scoopy. So if you're just new, just rent a Scoopy, learn how to drive on a Scoopy, and then you can go on to a bigger bike.
Yeah, I also did that. I first rented a Vario and then an NMAX, and that's such a different world. I love it. I love my NMAX.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But if you rent the bike, it's Indonesia. There's rainy season. What happens?
Slip. You slip off the road.
You slip off the road, or you get completely soaked on the bike. So definitely make sure to always bring a rain jacket as well. So if you bring a rain jacket, this will always have you prepared well enough for any weather circumstances. Talking about weather, this is a question that I get a lot of the times because the iPhone weather app, you can't rely on it. Like, no. Not at all.
No. So let's check today's weather.
There are mostly always clouds, or it says that it's raining.
It's thunderstorming. Yeah. See, this is the current. So this is what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And literally the weather was so good today. It was only sunny. So don't rely on the iPhone app.
Exactly.
Never.
You really can't know what weather will come tomorrow. So that's why I said always be prepared. It is very humid in Bali. It is very hot. You really need to get used to it. If I just arrived from Bali when I come out of Europe, I really need to have a few days to adjust to the climate because you will get lazy, I would say. It's like even climbing stairs is way harder than doing it in Europe because it is simply so humid and the air is very dense, so it's difficult to breathe it in. That is why I would also give the tip to bring very light clothes. You're not gonna wear t-shirts, you're not gonna wear long pants. The only thing that you want to wear is loose shorts and like a simple top. As you can see, we're both wearing like the most simple top that there is, which is just the best thing ever. For guys, I would also say shorts and a t-shirt, and that's more than enough. Most of the people that I know here, they're actually wearing no shoes. We are wearing shoes though. We wear flip-flops and that's it. We don't even wear sneakers. So just bring a very
comfortable, yeah.
Just bring very comfortable clothes because this is what you want to wear all the time, simply because it's so hot. And also for the girls, we really want to say it is so difficult to keep your hair normal. Mm-hmm. I came here with almost blonde hair. It is turning very dark again and it's turning red a little bit because of the pool, because of the shower water. It's not good at all, because of the sun as well, because of the sea. So make sure to always take care of your hair, which is very important because ours is getting so insanely dry.
Yeah, it's so dry.
It's not good at all, so definitely make sure to check that, and also be very careful with your skin because like I said, the sun can be very harsh here as well, and also when you are driving on your bike, you'll get a sunburn very quickly. We just came back from Lovina and people call us their blanda goreng, which means fried people from the Netherlands because we get burned so quickly. So make sure to wear your sunscreen to protect your skin because I would say that's super important if you live here.
So important, yeah.
And then also what I want to say is living in Canggu makes your life so easy. There are literally good Wi-Fi connections everywhere. The food is absolutely amazing. There's so many nice cafes here. Like I said, there's so many like-minded people. Everything is possible. All the stores that you want are either in Canggu or in Denpasar, which is maybe half an hour driving away. And also the good thing is if you want to go remote, if you want to go into nature, if you want to explore, you only have to drive maybe half an hour or an hour and you come in the, it feels like in the middle of nowhere. You can go to rice fields, mountains, waterfalls, you can name it and you can go there. So that is why I would definitely say Canggu, you have everything that you need. But living in Canggu for a long term will get you sometimes a little bit, not annoyed I would say, but just a little bit you want to get out of the Canggu bubble sometimes. And that is why it's really nice that all the other places are so nearby and you can just escape the Canggu bubble whenever you want. And then we come back to the bike, then it's really nice to have your own bike so you can just go wherever you want to go. And most people who come to Canggu, they think, oh, nice beaches, this is Bali.
Yeah. That's what I thought as well. But then we saw the beaches in Canggu, and it's not like really nice actually.
No.
There are so many nice beaches in Bali, but not really specifically in Canggu.
Yeah, exactly. Canggu, the beaches are like, they're good, but it's black sand beaches and there are so many waves, so you cannot really swim in the ocean. The current can be very strong as well. There's a strong wind on the beach. They are amazing for sunset. So if you come to Canggu, definitely the sunset is the highlight of the day. The beaches are so crowded. Sellers come outside and they sell all of these good foods. It's really nice. But for sunbathing and swimming, unfortunately, it's a no.
No.
Yeah. And then the question that we get also a lot of the times is, if you want to get money, it's super easy to get money in Canggu, because like I said before, everything that you need is literally in Canggu. Yeah. If you want to go to an ATM, if you are located in Brawa, Pererenan, everywhere, it's so easy. You can find them on the side of the street. Make sure that you get an ATM that is attached to a bank. That is way more safe. If something goes wrong, you can always just walk into the bank and ask for help. So that is also a really important tip to have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then last thing that we want to discuss is fitness.
Fitness, I don't know about that. That's your department.
I love to do fitness here, but the gyms are very expensive in Canggu. That is the harsh reality of living here. We still haven't figured out why. Sometimes memberships are more than 100, 200, 300 euros per month. In the Netherlands, we pay 15 euros, so that's like a big difference. I pay now, I think 70 or 80 euros a month for my membership. I go to Avenue Fitness. I love it, but it's still quite expensive. So that is definitely something that you guys also need to know, because the food is so delicious in Canggu. You definitely need to work out to train off all this good food. So definitely make sure to find a good gym where you feel comfortable. There are a few cheap ones, but they have no air conditioning. So it's for you to figure out what's the best. I did one without air conditioning.
Yeah, but there are also like many boxing schools where you can do boxing. It's also super nice. So literally what kind of sport you're into, also padel.
Exactly.
Like tennis, you have so many options here.
There's so many options. Whichever sport you like, you can probably do it in Canggu and surrounding areas. Dancing schools I heard of, so
soccer, soccer clubs, everything.
It's really nice here. All right, with that being said, we hope we have informed you guys enough about what it's really like living in Canggu. If you have any other questions, put them down in the comments below, because we love making videos like this and we love to inform you guys, because we know how scary it can be to move to the other side of the world or come on a holiday and you have no idea what to expect. So just let me know what you guys want to know in the next video. Thank you so much, Jill, for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me.
And as always, guys, I'll see you on my next adventure.